Hi guys, it's Flora and welcome to my channel. I'm a graphic designer and today I will be showing you how you can create your own postcards from your travels. So when I'm traveling, I like collecting postcards from all of the places that I visit. However, sometimes as a graphic designer, I can get a bit picky about which postcards that I want to buy. And oftentimes when I'm at a place, there's no postcards available that I really like. Maybe it's just the font, or maybe the print quality isn't the best. So while I was traveling, I thought, why not make your own when you get home? So that's what we're doing today. And this video will be kind of a follow along tutorial style, so you can follow along whether you're a seasoned designer or just getting started. I think we should just dive right into it. Firstly, I will sort through the photos that I took during the trip and find my favorites. It could be photos of beautiful nature or photos from famous landmarks from the places that you visited. You will use these photos as a base for your postcards. So like any other design project, I like to find some inspiration first. So I created this Pinterest board in order to get some visual ideas of how postcards can look. I really like the postcards that have a bit of a retro style, but also these ones that are a bit more modern and contemporary in their look. So for this video, I want to mix up the styles a bit. And in order to do so, I will need some different fonts, textures and assets. This can often be time consuming to find, so today I will be using the design tool kittl. And kittl is a design platform that offers all that in one place. And this is a big time saver when working on projects, because you can quickly find nice display fonts, textures and assets without leaving your working file. So now that we have found some inspiration from Pinterest and found our own photos, it's time to start creating. So in my browser, I'm opening up kittl and creating a new document. There are some presets for the artboard size that you can choose from. I will choose the postcard size and then I'll hit create. So whenever I'm starting a new design file, one of the first things that I like to do is to browse through the different type options and saving the ones I find interesting. I like making this kind of exercise where I list all of my font options in one line. This way it's easy to compare them. There are a lot of typefaces to choose from, especially display faces. Now I will upload all of the photos that I chose earlier. And we are ready to start designing the first card. So for this first postcard, I want to keep things a bit simple. So I start by adding a photo. And for this first one, I will keep it rather traditional. It's kind of the typical postcard with a photo in the center and then a text in the bottom of the location. And I found this font that I really like. It's called Broadwall, and I think it really embodies this vintage look that I'm going for. So here I'm just working with the layout and aligning the photo on the postcard in the center. You can also adjust the brightness, contrast, saturation and so on the photo. And if you come to the side menu, there is a tab for textures. I'll be adding a paper grain effect. You can edit the blend mode in the texture menu. I will use the soft light and then lower the opacity a bit. Now I'm adding some details and changing the text color. Now I'll continue with the backside. And this postcard is actually not a postcard that I want to send. Instead, I want to create a memory that I want to keep or give away. So I want to add some of the memories that I had with this particular place. kind of like a small diary or journal. So I'm just making a small numbered list so it's easy to fill out with the highlights. So the prompts that I used were the things that we discovered, the favorite memories, and then what made this place special. So basically I divided the postcard into 2 different sections. So the first section is where we have all of these small prompts, and then on the other side I will create a free section where there is space to write down your thoughts from the day. I think this is a really cute way to remember some more personal things from the areas that you visit. And to finish up the front side of this postcard, I'm adding this rectangle to make some rounded corners for the photo. And yeah, I think that's everything for this first postcard. Let's do the next one. So for the second postcard, I'm also starting with a photo. And this time I want the photo to take up all the space on the postcard. I will use the photo as the background and create some nice wave-like typography in the center. So here I'm playing a bit around with the text. And Kittl has some pre-built type transformations that you can choose from. You can make a circle, create an angle, make an arch or a wave. I am using the transformation that's called Rise. So when you double click on the text you can adjust the nodes. It's a very intuitive and easy way to manipulate text. And the type that I'm using is called Asset. Here I'm editing a bit with the text shading, like the offset and the angle. You can tweak this to be however you want it. And now I add some other text. I'm adding the area, the country, and also the date. Now for some texture, I'm opening up the texture menu and choosing a texture that I like. And after that, I'm playing a bit around with the colors and the shades of the photo. So I think the front side is finished now. And now I will move on to the back side. I'm just changing the color so it matches the front. And also changing the font so it matches with the front side. Yeah, so far so good. I think the second postcard is finished, so let's move on to the third one. So this third postcard is also from a place in Australia. This time it's gonna be a postcard from Sydney. For this one I want to make it a bit more abstract and kind of show the artsy side of Sydney through the typography. Again, I'm editing the photo. And lately I have really been into both yellow and red type. I just think that it looks very nice on a lot of different backgrounds. So for this last one I will make the type red. So I turned the background image into black and white. I also added a bit of texture and grain. I wanted the typography to be a mix between a sans serif and a script font. I've seen this kind of style all over Pinterest and Instagram lately, but like just in general, and I wanted to create something similar, so I thought this was a good time to do it. And here you can see how I try out different placements of the typography. So the font that I ended up choosing is this one called kittl. I just think that it fits really well with the sans serif font that I chose, and I like the swirls from the capital letters. I also added a tiny black border around all of my letters. I just think that it makes the typography pop a bit more and stand more out. And I'll now create the backside. And it's finished! Here you can see all of the 3 postcards together and they're all finished. I think they turned out pretty nicely. I like how different they are, but still they all fit together in their own way. So now I'm exporting them and I'll send them to the print shop so I can print them out. So it's now some days after and I just received the printed postcards, so let's open them. So I'm actually really pleased with how these postcards turned out. I think it's just so satisfying seeing them printed. Yeah, let me know if you have a favorite. I really like this one, but yeah, it's just a really fun project that you can do on your own, and I will fill out the backside of these cards and then I'll keep them as small memories. And yeah, that was everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and maybe found some inspiration to start creating your own travel postcards. And also thank you so much to kittl for sponsoring this video. I have a code in the description that you can use if you want to sign up for their website. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Bye!